What happens when a forgotten veteran's career resurrection collides with a championship contender's most glaring weakness? Sometimes the basketball gods deliver exactly what you didn't know you were praying for, and right now they might be orchestrating the perfect marriage between Clint Capela's hunger for relevance and the Lakers' desperate need for interior dominance. The whispers are growing louder in NBA circles, and the prediction is bold. The Los Angeles Lakers are positioning themselves to land the Atlanta Hawks' displaced center, a $45 million big man who's been collecting dust on the bench while his championship window slowly creaks shut. This isn't just another free agency rumor. It's a potential lifeline for both parties, a chance at mutual salvation that could reshape the entire Western Conference landscape. But here's what makes this story absolutely captivating. Sometimes the best acquisitions aren't the flashiest ones. Sometimes they're the hungry veterans who've been waiting in the shadows, ready to prove that reports of their basketball death have been greatly exaggerated. The Forgotten Giants' fall from Grace Clink Capella's journey reads like a cautionary tale about NBA evolution and organizational priorities. Just a few seasons ago, he was the thunderous rim runner who helped propel the Houston Rockets to championship contention alongside James Harden. His athleticism was breathtaking, his defensive presence was suffocating, and his chemistry with elite guards was undeniable. Fast forward to today, and the 31-year-old Swiss center finds himself in basketball purgatory. Atlanta has essentially written him off, choosing to develop Onyeka Okongwu while Capella watches from the sidelines, his $45 million contract feeling more like a burden than an asset. The Hawks have made their intentions crystal clear. They're rebuilding, and Capella doesn't fit their timeline. But here's where the narrative gets interesting. Sometimes being unwanted by one organization creates the perfect storm for another. Capella's current averages of 11.3 rebounds and 1.4 blocks in just 26.5 minutes per game aren't signs of decline. They're evidence of untapped potential waiting for the right opportunity to explode back into relevance. The efficiency numbers tell a more complex story. His field goal percentage has dropped from 65.3% in 2022 to 23 to 55.9% this past season, a decline that would concern most teams. But context matters, and Capella's reduced role in Atlanta's offense might actually benefit a Lakers team that needs rim protection and rebounding more than offensive creation from their center position. The Lakers' perfect storm of desperation, Los Angeles finds itself in a fascinating predicament. They possess two of the NBA's most dominant offensive forces in LeBron James and Luka Doncic, yet their championship aspirations continue to crumble due to fundamental defensive deficiencies. Their interior defense has been Swiss cheese, their rebounding has been inconsistent, and their lack of a true rim protector has been exposed repeatedly in crucial moments. The financial mathematics create additional intrigue. The Lakers are operating under severe salary cap constraints, with more than $70 million tied up in their superstar duo alone, $52.6 million for James and $46.0 million for Doncic. Their primary weapon in free agency is the taxpayer mid-level exception, worth approximately $5.7 million, a fraction of Capella's current contract value. This salary cap reality might actually work in their favor. Capella knows his market value has diminished, and he understands that his next contract likely represents a significant pay cut. But what if that reduction in salary opens the door to something more valuable, a chance to compete for a championship alongside two of the game's greatest players? The fit makes intuitive sense. Capella thrives in pick-and-roll situations, and both James and Doncic are masters of that offensive system. His defensive instincts would immediately upgrade their rim protection, while his rebounding would solve one of their most persistent problems. He wouldn't need to be a primary offensive option, just an efficient finisher who can clean up misses and protect the paint. The championship chess move, what makes this potential acquisition brilliant, is its simplicity. Capella doesn't need the ball to impact winning. He doesn't require complex offensive sets or extensive touches to justify his presence. He simply needs to do what he's always done best: rebound, block shots, finish around the rim, and make life miserable for opposing big men. The Hawks' decision to bench him in favor of Okongwu might actually benefit the Lakers. Capella is hungry, motivated, and eager to prove that he still belongs in meaningful basketball games. There's nothing more dangerous than a proven veteran who feels disrespected and undervalued. That chip on his shoulder could translate into championship-level intensity for Los Angeles. Consider the potential lineup combinations. Capella anchoring the paint while Anthony Davis operates at power forward could create one of the league's most formidable frontcourt tandems. His presence would allow Davis to play his natural position while providing the rim protection that's been missing from their defensive scheme. The bench impact could be equally significant. Capella's veteran leadership and playoff experience would immediately upgrade their second unit, providing stability and toughness that younger players often lack. His 24 minutes per game could be perfectly distributed between starting duties and crucial bench minutes, maximizing his impact while managing his aging body. The risk-reward calculation, every acquisition, involves inherent risks, and Capella's age and recent performance decline can't be ignored. At 31, he's not getting younger, and his decreased efficiency raises legitimate questions about his remaining prime years. The Lakers would be betting that a change of scenery and increased motivation could revitalize his career. But the potential rewards far outweigh the risks. Capella's contract situation makes him an affordable gamble, especially considering the Lakers' limited alternatives. His proven track record in playoff environments and championship-level games provides invaluable experience that can't be taught or developed overnight. The cultural fit also matters. Capella has always been a team-first player who understands his role and executes it without complaint. He's not seeking individual accolades or statistical milestones. He's chasing the championship that has eluded him throughout his career. That alignment of priorities creates the perfect foundation for success in Los Angeles. The championship window reality: check. LeBron James turned 40 this season, and every decision must be evaluated through the lens of championship immediacy. The Lakers can't afford to waste another year of his legendary career on development projects or theoretical improvements. They need players who can contribute immediately, and Capella represents exactly that type of proven commodity. The Western Conference landscape makes this acquisition even more crucial. Teams like Denver, Phoenix, and Golden State have established frontcourt depth that the Lakers currently lack. Adding Capella wouldn't just improve their roster, it would level the competitive playing field in ways that could determine playoff seeding and championship viability. The redemption arc we need. Sometimes the most compelling stories aren't about superstars reaching new heights. They're about forgotten veterans finding new life in perfect situations. Capella's potential arrival in Los Angeles represents more than just a roster addition. It's a chance for mutual redemption, an opportunity for both player and franchise to prove that second chances can lead to championship glory. The basketball gods have a funny way of orchestrating these perfect storms, where desperate needs meet available solutions at exactly the right moment. If the Lakers can convince Capella that his championship dreams are best served in purple and gold, this marriage could become the most underrated move of the entire offseason. What's your take on this potential game-changer? Do you think Capella still has enough left in the tank to make a championship difference, or are the Lakers better off looking elsewhere for their interior solution? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I have a feeling this story is about to get very interesting, and your insights could be the missing piece in understanding whether this reunion between hunger and opportunity will create magic or disappointment.